Indian restaurants always keep 3 to 4 base gravies ready at hand, and whenever the order is received in the kitchen, they will add the meat or the vegetables or the paneer to it, adjust the seasoning, and the order is sent out. One such recipe is paneer tikka masala. It is made by adding grilled tandoori paneer and vegetables to a largely onion and curd based gravy, which makes this beautiful dish perfect to enjoy with naans and rotis. With my recipe, you will be able to make paneer tikka masala just like your favorite restaurant. But before I begin making this recipe, if you haven't already, then subscribe to my channel, share this video, and don't forget to follow me on Instagram. So I'm going to start by making the marinade for the paneer. For that I'm taking some thick curd. It doesn't have to be very thick hung curd, but it shouldn't be lassi consistency curd also. And to that I am adding all the dry masalas, the ginger garlic paste, and the secret ingredient, that is mustard oil. Now a lot of us, those of us who are not from the north of India, we don't use mustard oil in our general cooking. So in fact, even I was introduced to this ingredient very late in life, and this is one secret ingredient that will really add the touch of the restaurant chef to your dish. So don't skip it. Definitely add some raw mustard oil to this marinade. Whisk everything well, and that's it, the marinade is ready. Now I'm going to prepare the onions, tomatoes and capsicums into biggish square pieces like I'm showing you on the screen. Just peel the layers of the onion so that they are thin slices and not thick cubes of onion that we will use to skewer with the paneer. Similarly, I'm also going to cut the tomatoes into big square pieces. Remove all the extra juicy part and the pulp of the tomatoes, because that will make the marinade very thin and watery. And also cut the capsicum in the same way. You can reserve the onions and tomatoes from this stage and use it later in the gravy. Now the vegetables are prepared. This is the paneer that I am going to use. It is tikka paneer. So basically tikka paneer, if you are based in Bombay, then you will get it from Punjab Sindh Dairy or any other dairy which has a different version of paneer than Malai paneer. Now Malai paneer has very high fat content and it is very soft. So it's not ideal for recipes where you need to skewer the paneer or put a hole through the paneer and then grill it. So this tikka paneer, to give you an idea, is slightly cheaper than Malai paneer and it has lesser fat content. It is more firm. So the paneer should not be Malai paneer and it should not be a very chewy, rubbery kind of paneer either. So you will have to find a balance in the kind of paneer that you choose to make this dish. Now in the balanced marinade, add all the vegetables, mix them well and cover and let all this marinade in the fridge for 2 to 3 hours at least. If you can do this overnight, then it's the best. Now to make the gravy, this gravy is very simple. Just dump everything into the pressure cooker. So I have taken some onions and 1 tomato. In this gravy, the ratio of onions to tomato is very high. Just 1 tomato against 6 to 7 onions. And to this I'm going to add all the whole spices and the cashews that you can see on screen. So in a medium sized cooker, add the onions, the tomatoes and all the spices. Add some water, enough to give it a good boil but not make it too watery or soupy. The leftovers from the vegetables that we prepared earlier, and that's it. Just close the lid and let it cook on high flame for 4 to 5 whistles. Once the pressure has released naturally, just remove all the bigger spices like the star anise, the bay leaves, the green cardamom and the black cardamom, and crush this gravy mixture into a fine puree. Now for the final sauteing, use some oil use a good quantity of oil because you want the gravy to release oil once it is cooked. To that, add ginger and garlic paste. Once the raw smell goes off, add all the dry masalas. Now instead of the tandoori or the paneer tikka masala or the chicken tikka masala, you can add slightly more quantity of garam masala also if you don't have this tikka masala at hand. Saute all these spices, and once they release their fragrance, you can add water quickly to avoid it from burning. When you are adding the spices, make sure that the oil is not too hot, otherwise they will burn as soon as you add it to the oil. If you want, you can also switch off the gas in between while you are adding these spices. Let these masalas come to a boil. So the water is boiling and they have released oil, the masalas have released oil. So now add the gravy puree that we made earlier. Mix this well, season it with salt, and once again let it come to a boil. Now at this stage, the remaining marinade from the vegetables and paneer also you can add into the gravy. So that one tomato and the curd is going to add the sourness and the balancing factor to this gravy. Whisk the curd well before adding it into the gravy and slowly mix it well with the gravy so that it's incorporated well. Then finally add another small teaspoon of mustard oil and kasuri methi along with seasoning, that is salt, if you feel the need. And I felt that my gravy lacked a little bit of sourness because my curd was not as sour as expected. So taste the gravy and decide for yourself whether you need to add this lemon juice or no. It will depend on the type of curd and the type of tomato that you are adding in the recipe. Be careful while you are letting this gravy cook because it bubbles and splatters everywhere. I have been burnt too many times. Always keep a cover handy and cover your vessel when it is boiling. Now I have used this wooden skewer soaked in water for grilling the paneer, but if you can and if you have metal skewers, then use those because my wooden skewers were burning and they broke off from one side because of being in high flame for a long time. So if you can, then use metal skewers. If not, then don't forget to soak your wooden skewers for at least 1 or 2 hours in water so that they don't burn immediately as soon as you put them on the gas. Now I have put a steel stand on the gas and I am going to place the wooden skewer on top of the flame directly. I am using the biggest burner on my gas range for this part of the recipe, and slowly rotate the skewer till all the sides of the paneer and the vegetables have been grilled properly, and then just add these grilled vegetables and paneer to your gravy and your gravy is almost done. Just look at the consistency of this creamy smooth gravy. And now for the final step, to add the smoky flavor of the tandoori paneer, just use a piece of hot coal, add some butter on it and cover the vessel like I have shown in the video, and let the gravy absorb all the nice smoky aromas of the tandoor from this one piece of coal. And that's it, your restaurant style paneer tikka masala sabzi is ready. You can serve it with tandoori roti or naan or even paratha. I hope you guys try this recipe. If you have any comments or suggestions, then you can get in touch with me in the comment section, or you can also follow me on Instagram and Facebook. I hope to see you guys soon with another interesting recipe. Till then, happy cooking!